Hello, hello, hello. Y'all see the title? Look, y'all already know I'm going to take a different approach than what most people are taking. At least that's what I think here. I'm going to stay consistent with my style of doing things. You already saw the basic subject matter in general. People been telling me about it or whatever, sending me messages. So I said, okay, I'll cover this one, but only because I'm going to take a slightly different approach here. So before we get into today's content, look, here are ways to support the channel. Consider supporting the channel because this is supported by viewers like you. You know what happens with our channel nowadays. So there's a Patreon link on above, and it's also in the comment section or the description below. And then that's the NFTs. That's the early version of the NFTs. We got the season 1 series. We plan on making that huge, okay? We plan on making that huge. So definitely check that out. And then this. If you want to support the channel in other ways, look. There go the Cash App on the screen. That's the PayPal donation. You copy that email. Like I said, it's in the description below too. But you type that in while you're looking on the screen. Pause it right now. And then type that in. And then consider donating there. Because that will always help us grow and do better. So here we go. Let's get in this. Let's do this. All right. Because let me not forget this. You are watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. Look at this. It's Usain Bolt. Y'all know what this is, right? He said if you talk that big talk, you have to back it up. So basically he's saying you got to train more than you talk. Talk less, train more, come out there and produce. See, he says right here, he'll tell Sha'Carri Richardson, basically, train harder, focus. Okay, don't say too much. I'm going to roughly quote him because I got a different approach than this. Everybody, I can milk this for like 20, 30 minutes. I'm not going to do that. Let's do something different here, all right? I could talk real nice and slow right now, and then I can do it. But I'm talking a little fast because let's go through this. Basically, he said Jamaicans were vexed because they are very proud people. Look, this is what I be saying. People got pride, nationalistic pride. Sometimes it be so blind that when somebody else do something, your person did it, you gonna call them out, but not your own. That's what happens. A lot of people do. Some people got more nationalistic pride than others. Okay, cool. That's what he's saying there. That's what he's basically saying. Jamaicans are very proud people, so they don't like when people trash talk them. Okay, he didn't say that word, but he said something else. Now, he said that definitely pushed the women to go further. He said it's like when he was going against Justin Gatlin. Let's zoom in right here. Zoom in right here, right here, right here. See? Now, he said that's my thing with Justin Gatlin because he's the one that was always talking. So that gives me that energy like, all right, you think you're going to win? Let's go. Right? Now, I don't know what this new generation and term is about using all right as two separate words. The way that you spell this, journalist, is ALRIGHT. It started with the translators that were translated Japanese stuff into English, and now it's just in the common dialect or something like that. All right is one word. Drop one of the L's. All right. Now, apparently, maybe this been changed because people have used it incorrectly for so long now. But I've noticed it about 5 years ago. People started to use it incorrectly. That gets on my nerves when I see stuff like that. So here we go. Just like it says here in this article, trash talk is intrinsic to the competitive nature of sports, but it's equally important that you back it up with your performance. Sha'Carri Richardson is young and has plenty of time to learn from her mistakes. She has plenty of time. I need to have music for this when I do that voice. She has plenty of time to learn from her mistakes. All right. She has plenty of time to learn from her mistakes. Okay, so y'all saw the title. Is she going to come after Usain Bolt the way she came after Allison Felix? I really highly doubt it. I'll just say it right there. I highly doubt it because, number one, maybe Usain Bolt is a little bit too big for her to go after right now. See, Allison Felix appeared very big, but when you think about it, if you come from her perspective of followers that she got online, she has surpassed in the clips doubled the amount of followers that Allison Felix got. And when you really think about it, the followers might be in a direct proportion about the people that are directly supporting you, right? I could tell you all to follow me on Instagram. And a lot of you got Instagram, but you ain't following me on Instagram. That's another step for you to do it. Just like it's a different type of support if you actually support and say, I'm going to send them a Cash App, a PayPal, crypto. I'm going to sign up for the Patreon. That's a different level of support than seeing somebody on television, right? You could just vaguely be like, all right, I'm seeing this. I see the race. But then there's another thing. I'm going to go out of my way and I'm going to follow them on their platform. See, That's what she was probably banking on. I would be thinking something similar here. That's what I just got to put this forward. So, but Usain Bolt, he over there 5 times as large as her. All right. And then his influence is bigger than that. So his influence is where one's a section where he got 10 million or so, 10.5 million, right, on Instagram. And then you got some on Twitter and other platforms. Think about Sha'Carri Richardson. She, or as we call her on this channel, we say Sha'Cardi B, right? We say Sha'Cardi B. Okay. We got 3 alter egos. We got Sha'Carri Richardson, Sha'Cardi B, and Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump was when she get her booty cheeks blown off when she been trash talking in the races, right? And Sha'Cardi B is the general trash talk / she coming over here. Maybe it's some party stuff. That's the fun nickname we got for her, Sha'Cardi B. So here she come. Here comes Sha'Cardi B. She gonna do a trash talk. She got 2.4 million Instagram followers. Maybe she got a lot on other platforms. Did she got a something else? What do they got? Periscope or something like that? TikTok. They got all of those things that people be on, right? So I don't know. Usain Bolt, do you got a TikTok? Do y'all know that? I don't know. But here we go. So Sha'Carri Richardson, I doubt she comes after him. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is what we do after this. What do we do after this? Because, see, here's the biggest problem that's really going on with track and field. It's straight up booty, cheeks, boring. And the reason why I keep repeating this is because we got new people that come here and they're starting to say it in the comment section themselves. And then I was like, oh, yeah, this is exactly what I said. And they say, I'm not familiar with your content. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm going to repeat this. How do we do numbers like the NFL? You know why track and field is a laughing stock here? Out of all the stuff that everybody be talking, including people in Jamaica, right? You're in Jamaica and you like, yo, the NFL is only watched by Americans. Incorrect. Now, the NFL before 2015 only had what? How many nations that were supporting it? Less than 25. Now they got over 40 by 2021. Now it's over 40 that has adopted the American football. That's what it's called, gridiron or American football. There are now over 40 nations that have the federations with or teams, federations and everything that has American football. And there might be an NFL team developing in London, actually. So that is an expansion. Track and field can learn a thing or two about the expansion of what's happening in the NFL, right? We can learn a thing or two of what's happening in soccer. These are just the big 5 European soccer leagues. There are plenty of other ones that aren't as big as these that's still doing really good numbers. Okay? They're in the billions. They're in the billions. The Premier League is over 6 billion euros. And the NFL is still eclipsing each one of them as far as revenue. Now, you got to combine 2 or 3 of them together to equal the NFL. But how do we do this? Because at the end of the day, you know what drives this? Drama. Not the drama that happens in Kumbaya track and field. Let's all hold hands, bow our head, and say, all right, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be on the track. You can still say that because guess what? The NFL players, they not hold hands, they shake hands or whatever, and before and after the games, the soccer players, football players, they come out there, they shake hands before or after the game. They still have good sportsmanship type of thing, whatever, and they still trash talk each other in the middle of the game. They still say some stuff in their press conferences. They be out there ready to rip the other person apart in their words while they out there. And then they even let some of it come out on the press conference. They even do some of it on the tweets. And you know what drives it? Because at the end of the day, what's driving the revenue and what drives the eyes? Here we go. Let's put it here. I know this is going to give some of y'all a headache. But let's learn something from Sha'Carri Richardson. Now, and even Usain Bolt. Look, Usain Bolt tells you he's the Michael Jordan of track and field. But Sha'Carri Richardson, she gonna be that person. She might be what's that lady that's in tennis that ain't the best tennis player, but she's over there to garner revenue and people arguing and be like, Serena Williams is doing so much better than her. Okay, cool. Or so the other person's supposed to just do nothing and get no money. They ain't supposed to use what they got for them. What is she modeling or something like that or whatever she's doing? She's causing some interest. She ain't the top person. So it's like, okay, how do I make money in other ways? So we supposed to sit here in poverty in Jamaica. We supposed to sit here in poverty in the United States, in Great Britain, in Uganda, Namibia, Kenya. We supposed to be just sitting here when we got family members, we got friends and everything that we might want to personally take care of. Isn't that a way out in some of these nations? Isn't that a way out in some of the neighborhoods here in the United States? Or you just want to say, hey, look, I want to be good and I want to take care of my family financially here. So what you can learn from both of these people, Usain Bolt and Sha'Carri Richardson. Number one, Usain Bolt is an entertainer. He's a crowd entertainer, right? And then two, Sha'Carri Richardson, she can go out there and she start trash talking and she doing her thing. She knows how to garner attention. The thing about both of them is they're both fast enough that they've been able to do it. Richardson been slowing down. Now, the good thing about trash talk is it can work in the positive and in the negative. In the negative, when Sha'Cardi B fails, yep, I got to put this picture up. When Sha'Cardi B fails, we going to be like, yo, Forrest Gump is out here and I could just beat everybody. That's how she sounds at that point, right? And then everybody laughs and whatever. But guess what? The measure of a sport is what you can do when you're performing. You can get the booty cheeks in the seats and the eyeballs on the screens. That's what does it, right? There were more people watching the American USA Trials 100 women race than there were for the Olympic finals. Facts. There were more people watching the semifinals and the prelims to the women's American 100 trials than there were for the Olympic final women's 100. Facts. Right? You can look up these numbers. Just look it up. Now, why is that? You're going to say, well, the Americans wouldn't. No, see, the Olympic, remember, track and field is worldwide. So let's not use that disingenuous argument here about what that is. If she comes after Usain Bolt, she's probably calculated that it's going to help her marketing. Just remember that. And if it is, great job on her. That's a smart decision for her to do. That's going to take a risk, but that's a smart decision for her to do. Now, I'm a flamer or I might ignore it. Depends on what she says about Usain Bolt. Y'all can go in and get emotional and stuff like that if you want to. I want you, your family and stuff to get paid. There are people that are aunties and uncles that's been commenting in the comment section that said, hey, I'm related to XYZ athlete. Like, I think there was an auntie that said, I'm related to Tina Clayton in a comment section somewhere. There's other people that say, hey, I trained with Asafa Powell's, older brother, you said? And he got like a groin injury, whatever you had said. You said Asafa Powell's brother. I don't know if it's older, younger, or something like that. But you said you've been training with him for years and whatnot, right? Wouldn't it be nice to see these people doing well? Maybe some of the runoff, depending on how close your relationships are, go to you. Or you just take pride in that you know somebody that's doing well. Do we want to see track and field? The only thing that we get talked about is the performance at the Olympics and when it's performance enhancing drugs. When you don't got no drama in your sport, that's the only thing they talk about it at. What's the drama in swimming? Oh, you don't know. The biggest thing you can remember is that Michael Phelps took a picture with a bong and then he got suspended. Even though people keep saying that, oh, he never got suspended for weed. Yes, he did. Now, that's the only thing you can remember about swimming. Tell me something else that was a dramatic thing that's not performance-based. Don't base it on no performance about Michael Phelps got upset or the other guy got this or this guy. What's something in swimming? What about cycling? That's not performance-enhancing drug or Lance Armstrong dominating everybody. Please tell me. Crickets are there. They're already running. So this is what we can learn from her. So I need you guys to come out here. Let's brainstorm some stuff for the people that are still listening 13 minutes and 58 seconds in. I need y'all to brainstorm this and be honest. Be honest. Where are we going to be able to grow this? You can't tell me everything about Sha'Carri Richardson is negative now. You can't tell me that. Now, I'm a flame broil roast her when she come out here and she trash talk, because that's what we gonna do on this channel. If she trash talk and she don't deliver, she is opening herself up to get flame broiled roasted, as it should happen. You trash talking, you can't deliver, I'm roasting you. If you trash talk, since you now have 2 seasons that you have not delivered on your times later in the season, you start slowing down. The next time you trash talk in the middle of the season, we might even roast you beforehand. Because now it's just going to be like, oh, now here come the big trash talker like the last two times, 2019 and 2021, she trash talk. We might even roast you beforehand. We gonna keep roasting you until you deliver. That's just what it is. You opened yourself up for it. Now, I might not do that, but I might do it. I'm not gonna promise I'm not, but I'm not gonna promise I am. It just really depends on the mood. We might go into that mode. But here's something at the end of the day, what we're gonna do. We're going to try to expand this sport. And if we got to expand this sport with dramatic actions and everything like that, let me ask y'all something. This is the last point I got. When's the last time track got expanded because somebody ran a fast time and that's all they did? Usain Bolt didn't expand the sport of track and field by simply running fast. He was an entertainer. He did different things. He did a little bit of trash talking here and there, but it was different. It was different, right? It wasn't the, he just kind of was like, yeah, I'm the best out here. And it was mostly after the fact, after he ran. It wasn't even before his races a lot of times. Maybe he won the 100 and then he came up for the rest of the interviews and was like, yeah, I'm the best out here, whatnot. But he didn't really talk that up a lot. Carl Lewis was one of those guys that talked it up a lot. And track and field was more popular right around Carl Lewis's time. Isn't that a coincidence? Oh, wait a minute. You telling me that trash talkers grow the sport? Somebody that says something grows the sport? Or, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that popularity went with people that got big egos. I didn't know that. I thought it was only that you needed to run fast. Right? I thought you just needed to run fast, bow your head, be all nice and cordial, hug everybody, kiss them on the cheek, depending on the gender, kiss them on the cheek, and do all that good stuff, and then go out there and avoid all drama at all costs. No, that's not how it happens. Sports grow. Soccer teams get valid and everything by some of the arrogant and stupid, sometimes stupid stuff that the athletes say and sometimes the coaches say. Nick Saban, that dude is hilarious. And he's got some of the best freaking quotable lines out there. And he's over there coaching football, American football. The guy got millions and millions of views just from him alone, right? So that's all I want to say there. Now, catch you all on the next one. What do you guys think about what I just said? And especially, do you think that Sha'Cardi B is going to come after Usain Bolt? Right. Is she going to come after Usain Bolt? Peace out.